Note: this may be of value to single men and women who are frustrated or confused. It doesn't apply to people who are happily married. The biggest mistake a man can make is to put a woman on a pedestal and give her power over him. Men, no less than women, are suckers for romance and sex. Romantic love is the ersatz religion of our neo-pagan era, a form of idolatry based on sexual infatuation. But no one is worthy of adoration. No one is perfect. A man might benefit by regarding a woman as a means to an end rather than an end in herself. A man needs a woman to create a home and family, for companionship, sex, emotional and practical support, intimacy, and you name it. A means to an end may sound harsh to some, but in fact, nature designed women to make things happen. Mainly babies. A man might think of a wife as a race driver thinks of his car, a cowboy his horse, a shepherd his dog, or a carpenter his tools. Men treasure what belongs to them, serves them well, and are true. A woman expresses her love by her devotion to husband and children. She is loved for what she does, not for her sex appeal. Women, and men, earn love by their deeds. This is the only permanent love worthy of respect. The romantic model of male-female love, based on lust and idealization of beauty, does not work. A man who looks up to a woman is destined to remain a child. On the other hand, a woman wants to look up to her husband. The feminist idea that women are strong, creative, independent persons loved for their repartee, talent, and sex appeal also doesn't work. People get bored and move on. For a man to provide leadership is masculine. For a woman to accept that leadership is feminine. Of course, a man is going to consult his wife because he wants to make her happy. Beauty is skin deep. There is no correlation between beauty and intelligence or character. Women have used sex to control men from time immemorial, but they want men they can't control. A man might also abandon the notion that there is only one special woman for him. There are many women who will fit the bill. Finally, a man should not expect his lover or wife to think like him. These men are looking for themselves. As long as there is general agreement on principles, he should respect and love her individuality. Women are human beings worthy of the same dignity, respect, and fulfillment as men. I'm addressing the way men might really love and how many women might really want to be loved. Women are designed by nature to implement a man's vision and to be cherished for it. When a woman loves a man, often she wants to bear his children. Sex is the symbol of a permanent relationship. No matter what liberated people say, sex is an act of possession and should be exclusive. We are all really looking for the intimacy, trust, and security that comes from a lifelong commitment. This implies monogamy. If you think this model of marriage is suspiciously like the old-fashioned one, you are right. There is nothing wrong with it. It has been maligned and undermined by a sophisticated propaganda campaign designed to turn us into hetero-homosexuals, incapable of bonding with the opposite sex and having families. The result is a growing population of isolated individuals who use promiscuity to assuage their loneliness. These people are easily controlled. See Aldous Huxley's prophetic novel Brave New World. Women empower men by accepting their leadership. They emasculate them by challenging and criticizing them. This is the agenda of the Kabbalistic central bankers who control the mass media, education, and government. There has never been a war of aggression that hasn't been disguised as a war of defense. Our identity is based on gender. We develop in terms of our family roles as husband and fathers, wives and mothers, sisters and brothers. An attack on gender is an attack on our identity. Feminism tells women that marriage and family are instruments of oppression and urges them to usurp the male role and abandon the feminine one. Sexual promiscuity, aka the sexual revolution, is part of this attack. Promiscuous people are less able to form permanent marriages and stable families. Men who can get sex easily are less likely to marry. What we are told is progress is really progressive only if you are a Satanist. In Satan, Prince of this World, William Guy Carr wrote, quote, "Satanists have always used sex bribery and the depravities and perversions of sex to obtain control of men and women they wish to use to further their diabolical conspiracy. Satanism makes a god out of sex," unquote. Pornography is used in war to undermine an enemy population by destroying family and morale. The Nazis spread porn in occupied Poland, the Israelis in the West Bank, the Americans in Iraq. We are drowning in porn and filth. Women haven't twigged to how self-destructive feminism and sexual liberation are. Young women are no longer valued as potential wives and mothers, but by how hot they are. They are pressured to have sex because other women will, and is the only way to get male attention. There is nothing more demeaning to women, and men, than casual sex. No wonder women suffer from low self-esteem. They want to be used for a higher purpose, as lovers, wives, and mothers. They must demand evidence of love, that is, patient courtship and marriage. Otherwise, they will be used and tossed away. The separation of sex from love and procreation is degrading. It makes us view people as objects. It is the source of virtually all sexual perversion. Sex, the ritual of marriage and procreation, creates a powerful bond between a man and a woman. It is a perversion to use it as diversion and entertainment. We can fight this by restricting sex to courtship, love, marriage, and procreation. We can resist the allure of sex by thinking in these terms. If we turn women back into human beings, we will stop seeing them in crude sexual terms. We can fight this by upholding the traditional heterosexual family.